Hi, welcome to another stock market update. Today is July 1st, 2018. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of these index ETF and then the FANG stock along with Tesla. Okay, so let's start off with the SPY. As you can see, the SPY is basically been trapped within this zone here, right? This somewhere between the 274 and 270. So right now, essentially, I'm looking to see would it be able to get back above this 274 and work itself back up to this 280, 281 area. If it's unable to get back above this zone, then I'd be looking for this thing to come back down and possibly get back into this zone here between the 268 and the 262, and then possibly chopping around within this zone here. So also beware that when this thing come down here, people will probably be talking about this head and shoulder pattern coming down, and that would probably give a little bit of a momentum on the downside to come down to this 262 unless it bounce back up from this zone, from this 268 and back into this area. If it get a bounce back up from the 268, 269, then I expect the price to get back above the 274 and possibly work itself into the 280 area. And if we take a look at the Q also put in a new high, made an all-time high, and then it pulled back. So right now it's basically being trapped between this 173 and 171 area. So I'm looking to see would it be able to break out, break back above this 173 and work itself back into the 174, 176 zone here. All right, if it could do that, then maybe consolidate a little bit and then push back up and retest the recent all-time high. But if it can't do that, and if it break below this zone here, then I expect it to see it try to work down to this 167 area and maybe find some support here. And looking at the IWM also put in a new all-time high, and then pull back. So right now it seems like it found some support at 162 area and then bouncing back to the 164. The key thing to watch right now is that would it be able to get back above this this zone here, this 165.73 area, and chop around here and work itself back up to this 167 zone. But if it can't do that, and if the break below this 162, then I expect to see this 160 most likely going to get tested. Okay, so that is the index ETF, and let's start looking at some of the FANG stock. And the first one is Facebook. See, Facebook also put in a new high, all-time high, and then pull back. So right now it got back underneath this 198, 197 area. So basically you're looking to see would it be able to come down and find some support here at this 190 area if it come down. So but if it break back above this 197, 198, then I'm looking for the possibility of this all-time high get retested. So, and if it doesn't get a bounce when it come down to this 190, then I'll be looking at this 186. And if we take a look at Amazon also put in a new all-time highs here. The common theme here, a lot of these stock is putting all-time high, and that's why the Q got an all-time high, because these FANG stock is pretty much dominate the rating in the Q or the Nasdaq 100. So you see that Amazon came down, found support here somewhere around this 1646, and bouncing back at this consolidation zone between 1681 and 1734. So I mean, somewhere around the 1730 area. So if it could get back above the zone, then basically you're looking for the all-time high get retested. But if it work itself back and break below this zone and come back down here, then essentially we're basically probably looking at a lower low, lower high, and looking at the possibility of getting back and try to find some support here at this 1614 and 1566 zone down here. Then looking at Apple has also made a new all-time high. Sounds like a broken record, huh? Anyway, it came down after it made an all-time high. Consolidated a little bit on this zone here, this 185, 188 zone. Then it broke through and then found some support near this 180 and 181 zone. So right now it's trying to stay back. Stay above or inside of this 185, 188 zone. So if it could chop around and consolidate a little bit more here, then be looking at the possibility of break above this zone and back into this 190 area. But if it decides to break down again and get down on this zone, then we'll basically look at the possibility of coming down to test this 175. Okay. And then we'll take a look at Netflix. Netflix also made a new all-time high and then pulled back. Now it's between these two zones here, between the 378 and the 409 area. So we're going to see, is it going to come down and get a bounce, or it's going to push up and break through the zone and make its way back up and retest the all-time high. Okay. So, and then the next one is Google. Google is also put in a sort of shooting star on this high here, and then came down. Right now it's basically trapped within this big sort of a trading zone here. So right now I want to see would it be able to get back up and see what's sort of price reaction it get when it get up here. Would it be rejected and start working itself back down, or would it cut right to and then retest and then bounce back up? Or is this thing going to come down and get down to this 1067? So the key level to watch is 1162.50 area. If it could break above that and get above the 1167, then the chances are it might work itself back up to the retest of the all-time high. But if it is unable to get above this 1162, then the next level to look at is possibly 1067 for potential support. Okay, and the last one we're going to take a look at is Tesla, because Tesla is going to report some of their production number next week. Especially people is probably keying on or is Tesla able to reach the 500 Model 3 per week on this production quota. So it'd be interesting to see what Tesla are going to do next week. But as you can see, Tesla put in a heck of a short squeeze from end of May at the 275 level and push it all the way up to the 373 area. So that's just a heck of a squeeze that got a lot of people running, especially the short. Then it kind of pulled back into this large trading band that started back in March of 2017, and you can see this trading band got a couple times that it broke through, and then it came back in. So right now, basically looking at the possibility is it's going to come back down to this 394, the lower boundary of this trading band, or is it going to come up and break it and then move on and try to get back up above the 390 area. So those are some of the price action that we are watching for the coming week on these FANG stock and Tesla, and also some of the indexes ETF. So good luck and stay tuned. If you like this video, please click on the like, give it a thumbs up to let me know that you found this video informative and useful. And thank you for watching, and good luck on your trading.